Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, we're continuing where we left off. We just got to Watery. We talked to a few of the locals, but not everybody was willing to talk to us. So, we're going to come over here and see if we can find anybody else to talk. Oh, look, it's the Koskala brothers. I guess let's go ahead and speak with them.
Hey, I'm looking for Ilmo Koskela, owner of the trailer park.
Then you're in luck. Introducing the brothers who need no introduction, the Koskalas. Ilmo voted Businessman of the Year by the Bright Falls Herald, and Jaakko, a stay-at-home dad. I'm proud of that. I miss that Anderson sense of humor. It's great to see you again, Saga. Yeah, super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the cult of the tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh? It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it, hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories? So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest. Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
So... your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Jaakko here really comes alive in front of the camera. Really.
Fuck off. I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is.
Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
Profiling is the key. Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction. Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Jaakko, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous. Ilmo made it sound like I lived here. Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Jaakko. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer. All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Jaakko and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
Call the gift shop so they can give Saga a hand. Yep.
The Koskelas think I lived in the trailer park. With Logan. The story really is changing people's memories. Why aren't mine affected? The spare key is at Coffee World. First the witches at the diner. Now the Koskelas. They all think Logan and I used to live here. Wake said the horror story would make people crazy. Like they're being brainwashed to believe the story. Is it spreading? Flooding did this? There's Coffee World. Need to get across the river.
I agree with Saga that I feel like the Koskela brothers are possibly affected by the novel that Alan is writing. The reason I say that is because the interaction that I talked about earlier, where you can run into the Koskela brother and an FBC agent in the woods, when she talks with him, they just kind of bond over the fact that her parents are from Finland, or one of her parents is from like Europe, like Finland, Norway, that type of deal, and his parents are also from Europe, from Finland, to be exact. So now they're acting like they know her, like they grew up with her, but before they didn't know her.
Fuck! FBI, show yourself! More people turning into Taken. Is this the cult? Or the story? Or both?
I think how the Dark Presence works in choosing the Taken is that they choose people that are vulnerable, that are injured, that are afraid, and that are on the fringes of society. Basically, people who have either isolated themselves or society had isolated them. And it basically touches upon their mind, leaving a bit of itself inside them, which turns them eventually into Taken. Now, the Taken are, as far as we can tell, already
Another
dead.
locked box.
Because eventually I think the Dark Presence just replaces their souls, so they're just walking corpses at this point. So that's kind of explains why we're not too fussed about killing them, because technically they're already dead. At this point, you're going to notice that my shots might go a little wide, or like the reticule will have a tough time highlighting some things, and the reason being is because my one of my controllers has left stick drifting on it, so I have to get it fixed. So I'm using another controller to play through the game. But that aside, I want to talk about the note that we found. So that note is really interesting because it says that somebody killed a Taken by the radio tower and basically just left their corpse there. So it makes you wonder, in a sense,
There's
who was
another
doing
gold
that.
stash.
Now, I have an idea, and I don't know if I'm going to get basically payoff for this theory or this idea, but it said that there was weird knitting left beside the body. When we were in the bar listening to Ati sing, there was a woman who was knitting there. Could it be possible that she, along with other people, are basically going and ganging up on the Taken outside of the cult of the tree? If that's the case, wow, you go, girl, because I think you're from the nursing home. But if not, then there must be other people besides the cult and besides the Anderson brothers, the two rock stars, Thor and Odin, who know of the Taken that are in town.
Hello? Anyone here? Nope. Did they get out? Did the Taken get them? Or were they turned into Taken? I'll need to get the key to the trailer park myself. Ilmo said the key is kept in the gift shop's safe.
I don't know if you guys watch Defunct Land, but these notes make me think of Defunct Land. The reason being is because the it's a YouTube channel that goes over amusement parks, like failed amusement parks or amusement parks that were shut down because they were going elsewhere. They were expanding the park and they just kind of retired these like amusement rides. But yeah, it makes me think of it because this place is themed all around coffee. And if this was an actual real place in the United States, I'm sure that Defunct probably would have had like a video on them that everybody would have been watching because the notes talk about them having a moose as a mascot, and the brothers did mention the moose, but they said
Right.
until recently. And so this note
What you need
says
help
that
with?
the moose is dead. How did the moose
A
die?
list of maintenance work. A screwdriver. Huh.
According to the maintenance notes, they were working on a few different places before they presumably shut down because of the flooding and the rain. So we have to make our way over to one of the rides that were listed that could possibly have the screwdriver there. I think they said they were working on the one that was right ahead of us with the yellow lights. But before we go over there, let's explore a little bit. I do have a little bit of a gripe with the Koskela brothers, though, because they were like, yeah, somebody in the gift shop will open it for you, but they could have just as well have given you the keys to the gift shop. And I don't understand why they didn't. I mean, I understand why they didn't give it to us because they were probably stuck within the constraints of the story. And the story dictates that when we get here, this place is abandoned, so we have to find our own way into getting into the gift shop. But at the same time, I do feel like they could have just, like, hey, I know something doesn't feel right, so here's our keys. But, it's whatever.
Hey, this should get that gift.
Once we take out this last taken, I'm going to do a little bit of a transition because I've already picked up all of the supplies that I need to pick up. So I'm going to transition to when we're close to the gift shop, and that way we just kind of save a little bit of time.
Now where is that safe? Locked. Okay. What would Ilmo use for a code? I need to open the safe. What's the combination?
People hate the puzzles, Ilmo. Why not just use keys? People love the puzzles, Yaku. Only very smart people can think up good puzzles. Just look around and you will find the answer. Dedicated staff will be rewarded.
The combination to the safe is somewhere in the gift shop.
Sorry, we're at a Bright Falls blend. Anna apologized to the customers. I'll just grab some from the back. More coffee coming right up. She suggested they ride the percolator while they waited. She passed Ilmo at the Espresso Express. Big smile, Anna. Coffee world is all smiles. Anna nodded, smiled. She smiled until her face hurt. Anna stopped walking, realized she was standing next to the Huatari well. Must have zoned out, she thought. She was about to go, but something in the well caught her eye. A shadow shifting in the dark. Anna was overcome by vertigo. The world tilted, and then she was falling down, down, down into the shaft. The darkness opened up to swallow her.
So at first I wasn't sure what they were asking because the note says that we have to go by the job, but the jobs that were here on the board don't match up with the jobs that were listed on the note. So we kind of have to infer from like the jobs that are listed, the jobs that are supposed to be the ones that correspond with the note. So the years of those jobs are the ones that we're inputting. So the code is 146. And it took me the longest time to figure it out, which is why you had like a little bit of like a cut,
Keys to my
and
trailer.
I was a little bit
Now
closer
to
to the
find the
wall
clicker
because I
and the
couldn't
cult.
figure it out. I couldn't figure it out, and I had to like cut out probably 30 minutes of me staring at this wall, just trying to parse out the answer. But we got it.
When you ask, Mayor Seta will speak. Well, now there's less monsters.
Yeah, they killed the moose. So I'm sure that everybody knows that you're not supposed to give moose espresso. You're not supposed to give any animal espresso beans because their bodies can't handle it. Now, there's probably some animals that can take the beans that espresso is derived from, but they're not any animal that lives here in the Pacific Northwest. So, yeah, they killed the moose by accident, but it still would be counted in a court of law as animal negligence.
The page said I'd run into a cultist here. On your Cho saga.
Before we explore the trailer park, I wanted to check up here real quick, and it looks like it was a good idea to do so because we have a riddle. And this riddle talks about an old man and the sea. So obviously, the old man is going to go on this boat, but we have to find the little dolls first before we can do anything. So let's look around and see if we can find them.
There's another lunchbox.
Oh my God, this is the fanfic that I was talking about earlier. I think that I came across another one and I didn't comment on it, and I'm sorry that I didn't comment on it. But this is the one that I was talking about where later I find a note that says, "Hey, the fanfic is private, don't read it," you know. But looking at it again, it's so delightfully like juvenile. I don't know how many of you are writers, but definitely you know what I'm talking about when it's like it's your first writing, you're weirdly proud of it, but you're also embarrassed by it and you don't want anybody to read it. And so you hide it somewhere, and this poor person, they wrote something and it went missing, and now they have to like, you know,
Need the key.
now they have to contend with the fact that probably like a whole bunch of people have read it. Oh, they must be dying from like embarrassment.
Huh. Another rhyme. I don't have the key. Mayor Setter is not afraid of the rough questions.
It's in the rain. Must not drink the water or take a bath ever again. Moonshine. Only drink the moonshine, brother.
Don't look like cultists.
That's not helping. I don't feel like myself. Don't know how to fight it. We're too old now.
Excuse me. I'm looking for the Anderson trailer.
What? Sweetie pie, right on time. Like we were just saying, it's not true. The lies to hurt you and make you weak. Don't believe a word. They believe because deep down, they want to be told what to think. We're different. Rebels! You must stop it before it turns real. Don't be part of the story. Make the story. Stop the hell of it!
These old drunks don't seem affected by the horror story like the other locals are. Do they know what's happening here? How do you know about the story?
Same as you, of course, sweetie pie. We are family. The Andersons. Vikings. Gods. It's so good to finally see you, Saga. I am your great uncle Odin. And this is your long-lost Murfar, Thor. Sarasota. He is your grandfather, and I am the All-Father.
Just as crazy as everyone else. Just as caught in it. I need to stay focused. I need to check out the trailer.
The thing with the
Another one of those
brothers,
lunchboxes.
Thor and Odin, is that they have partial immunity to the effects of Cauldron Lake on the surrounding area. Because they're older now, the moonshine and just in general the strength of the story is probably starting to affect them, as Thor says. He says that he doesn't feel like himself and that the way that he looked was kind of like splintering off into various different like parts. And so it's probably because the dark presence this time around is a little bit stronger than it's ever been, given that Alan has been riding for 13 years. Now, if they really are Saga's, like, long lost relatives related to her mother in some way, that'd be great for her because, she's got extra family now, especially family that will help her. But if they aren't, then that means that the story really is affecting them in some way, and whatever they're doing isn't working anymore for themselves. So they either need to get out of town or have somebody help them.
Hello, Yako. Who is this incredibly attractive martial arts master? It's me, your brother, Ilmo. I now recognize you, but Ilmo, why are you dressed like that? Deerfest is almost here, which means we're chopping the prices on all of our custom-designed Deerfest parade floats. Floats created by the award-winning team at Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club, winners of the last year's trophy for Best Deerfest float featuring an animal that is not deer. That very team. And you're gonna get a kick out of our latest float designs. We've done it all. Deerfest floats, restaurant floats, floats shaped like things we can't show on television. Our floats are the best way to impress your friends, propose to your partner, or throw shade at an office colleague. And we don't do just Deerfest. Our floats are a perfect gift for weddings, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, or your scenario. Our floats will punch up any special occasion. But why take our word for it? Let's hear it from one of our many, many happy customers.
I was at Deerfest last year. The floats were pretty good. One of them was a swan.
And that was the people liked it. And there you have it. Award-winning floats now at reduced prices that will knock you off your feet. Order yours today.
Such a shame. reeks of booze. Did I leave the Bureau in this fictional reality? A pun book from Ilmo. Are we close in the story? That might explain some of his behavior. Addressed to me.
We're actually getting close to
From
the end of the
years ago.
video, so I want to go ahead and say my
Wake was
goodbyes
right.
now. So, thank you so
Horror
much for
stories change
joining
in
us.
reality,
I'm really enjoying the
not
game so
just
far,
people's
and I hope that
memories.
you are too. While I did have a
This
little bit
card
of a
has Morn's
gripe in the
handwriting.
last video, it wasn't enough for me to be like, I'm not gonna stop playing this game. Because I don't like that part. It's just I have to take better care of going through the manuscript page, any manuscript pages that I find. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye, and I hope that you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Everything here reminds me of Logan. This could be her room. This is getting too real. Too personal. Bon. Logan used to love her music. Logan's junior agent certificate. So cute. The Nordic Tales book Mom gave to Logan when she was little. My newfound relatives. Cozy with the cult of the tree. And that's the clicker. In the hands of the cult, just like the page promised. Carlyvala Knights. That's the motorcycle club the Koskela brothers are in. I'll take Odin and Tor up on their offer and visit their nursing home. Right after I find this biker workshop. No. It's not true. It's just a fucking story. It's not true. Logan's back home. She's fine. Fuck. She's at school. David. I'm in the story and it's coming true. Wake said Scratch would try and hurt me with the horror story. But he said there's still time to stop this. That he can stop this with a clicker.
Hey, this is David. Leave a message.
David? Is Logan okay? Call me back as soon... Mulligan? What the fuck? Stay where you are.